Hey everybody, what's going on? It is your girl Shantika once again, and I'm welcoming you guys for another episode of my natural hair grow out challenge. And today is March the 6th, I believe, I hope. And today I'm going to be co-washing my hair. And for those of you who do not know what co-washing is, it's just simply washing your hair out in the middle of your hair care routine. If you, for instance, like I wash my hair on Saturdays, and so I co-wash my hair with conditioner on Wednesdays. And so today is Wednesday, and we are going to co-wash. Now, for starters, I did add one last item to my hair care regimen, which is Jamaican black castor oil. This is what it is. I'll put it up close. This I just got off of Amazon for like $10.99, and I'll tell you briefly a little bit about Jamaican black castor oil, or just castor oil in general. Castor oil, and I'm reading from my little paper, so I'm looking down. It's rich in vitamin E and essential fatty acids that are important for healthy hair growth. It is an excellent emollient. It softens your hair, and it helps maintain moisture. It prevents dry and itchy scalp. It has an antifungal, antiviral, and antibacterial properties, so it can be effective for treating skin and scalp infections like ringworm, which I think is really, really, really good. And it's best used on wet hair. You have to mix it, well, you don't have to, but I would recommend, since it does have a very strong odor to it, it works best when you do mix it with other oils and everything, which I have done. And so with Jamaican black castor oil, it's simply a raw, undefined form of castor oil. It is a form that has retained most, if not all, of its I can't talk, y'all. It contains a lot of its original nutrient properties, and it's just a high quality form of castor oil. So it's great for your scalp, as you can see, and if you have any type of issues with ringworm or whatever the case may be, then you can get that cleared up with just putting some castor oil on your scalp. And so for those, like in my case, I'm not really sure, well, I'll just, I'm pretty sure that because of my traumatic hair history is the reason why I have the balding of my hair. And so I'm, using different things that can help nourish and possibly heal the scalp so that my hair can grow. So what I have done is that I have mixed it in with my regular washout conditioner that I normally use. The bottle was starting to get a little low, so I had to, remix everything in, and I just added like 2 teaspoons of the black Jamaican castor oil to it already. So this is what it looks like in my little styling bottle here, and I mixed it all up with 2 teaspoons of honey, 2 teaspoons of apple cider vinegar, and extra virgin olive oil, and the castor oil as well. And this is the original washout conditioner that I use. This is what I'm trying, because we here at this journey, we have to try different things in order to see what works best. And so after I mixed it in a bowl first, and then I just poured it off, so I have a little bit of extra. So I'm going to use the surplus of what I mixed and put this on my hair first, and then finish it up. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing. So let's go ahead and begin. And once I apply this to my hair, I'm going to go work out, because that's what I do every single day. And it's easier for me to keep it on my hair for, a little bit of time, because, you need all of these wonderful nutrients and oils and honey and different things to, penetrate the scalp and the hair, get it, nice and moisturized up in there really good. So what I do, since I do, exercise on a daily basis, I put in my my conditioner, my washout conditioner mixture, and I work out for about 35-45 minutes, and then I wash it out. And then for today specifically, I'll just be washing it out, and then I'll detangle it, add in my leave-in conditioner and braid it down, or braid it down and then apply my leave-in conditioner, and that is a part of my routine. It's really, really simple. It's something that you can just do, you know. I don't want this routine to just take hours, which I have seen watching other videos. People just take all day long, and people don't have time for that. So I'm gonna take off my eyes so I can properly do this. And I'm also going to do a video. My next video is going to be about, you know, how to find out what kind of texture and what kind of type of hair you have. And because I think it's important to know what kind of texture your hair is, so that you can, you know, style your hair, grow your hair properly. Because when you know everything you can possibly know about your hair, it will help you, you know, get whatever goal you want to reach, whether it's length, whether it's healthiness, whether it's body, whatever kind of hair goal you have in mind for your hair. It's great to know what type of hair you have, so that you can, you know, successfully and properly, you know, grow out your hair and treat your hair, you know, so that you'll know. And so yeah, so I just pretty much, this is kind of like soupy, so just excuse that. I'm just gonna pour this on my head. Ooh, making a mess. See y'all, this is what not to do. I just made a big old mess. No, not a big old mess. I just made a mess. And big. And so it's not as thick as I have a mirror behind this camera so that I can keep track of what I'm doing. So I'm just trying to catch it. Oh Lord. Y'all don't be messy like me. And this is not the shirt I work out in. This is actually a bigger shirt, because the shirt that I work out in is kind of thin. And child, I'm not trying to advertise my rolls and jelly rolls and dimples and stuff I have, so I just put on this shirt. And it's actually acting as a protectant to what I'm doing, because I'm making a mess, which is fine. I'm in the bathroom. That's why I'm doing this in the bathroom, not at the computer desk in my pink room where I normally record all of my videos. So yeah, this is what it is. And I didn't want any of my stuff to go to waste. I hope that's not my husband calling, because my cell phone was ringing and now the house phone ringing. And it is too early for me to be getting off work. So anyway, yeah. So anyway, you know, I was watching some videos, and just for the record, I'm not doing this to try to break into any type of community, because I know there's like a huge natural hair community, and everybody wants to be a part of the clique, or whatever the case may be. That's not what I'm trying to do here. My whole objective in making videos about any experience that I have is pretty much education, and hopefully trying to help, you know, maybe one or two of you guys who you know, want to do something, or want to, you know, something about yourself you really don't care for, and you want to see if you can fix it or change it. You know, it's just to help somebody else. You know, because all the stuff that I learned, I try to pass it on to you guys. Because before, I'm telling you, I didn't know nothing about hair. I don't know nothing about nothing. I'm just doing my research, and whatever it is that I learned, I pass it on to y'all. So I'm not trying to be in anybody's clique or a part of nobody's community or whatever. Hell, if y'all notice me, cool. If you don't notice me, cool. Sometimes it's good to stay out of the loop, because you stay out of trouble. So that's pretty much my objective for doing videos, period. Is just, you know, I embark on new journeys and things like that, and I just want to help folks, you know. I don't just get information and keep it to myself, you know. You know, I want somebody else to have long, pretty healthy hair as well, or whatever it is I decide to do, you know, whether it's losing weight, having a baby, whatever, you know. I just, you know, when watching these videos, people just get caught up in so much, like drama and stuff. Oh, the light-skinned girls don't like the dark-skinned girls. The dark-skinned girls don't like the light-skinned girls. And I don't know anybody's particular hair story, but my hair story is like completely like different from any of the, I guess you can say, dark-skinned girls that I've heard. I've never had an issue. I've always had people kind of like envious, not in a bad way, of, you know, my hair, you know, because growing up, you know, going to like a predominantly black school, especially in middle school, everybody didn't have hair. Like their hair was either really short or it just didn't grow. They were just all weaved up. Like everybody was weaved up. So me coming out of private school where, in my opinion, I went to an African American private school for elementary school, and all the girls there had real hair, and their mom used to comb their hair and do everything. But when I got to middle school, I was at public school, and everybody had a weave. And so I come, you know, with my long perm, relaxed hair going down. My hair was pretty much like past my shoulder. You know, my mom used to perm it, you know, bone straight, honey. They was like, where'd you come from, honey? You know, and everybody was like, are you mixed? You know, I'm like, no, I ain't mixed with Jack. My mama black, my daddy black. My mom was just like, she just took care of my hair. She did my hair, you know, and so that's just what it was. And it was just like, oh, your hair is so pretty. And I don't know why people think that because you have, I guess, healthy hair, or your hair is past a certain length, that you gotta be mixed with something. In my opinion, we all mixed with something, child. I know people in here like fighting over, you know, oh, the girl, they're biracial, and so their hair is this and that or whatever. Child, we all mixed. Just like I said in my last video, if we shake our family tree, a whole bunch of people will come out. Massa, Red Tiger, aka the Indian Chief, whoever, a whole bunch of people will come falling out. Hello, I'm your in-law, you know, or we related, kiss me, I'm your relative, you know. So I feel like we're all mixed with something, and so I don't really think it's a big deal. I never had the issue with skin color, and I don't know, people just like don't like their color, or oh, you have good hair and bad hair. I've never been exposed to that because every black person that I knew had real hair. I don't know. It's probably like a very small percentage of where I grew up that had a weave or whatever, but it wasn't a big deal, you know? And so it's like when I watch these videos, like the hair videos, and you see people making videos about light skin and dark skin and good hair versus bad hair. I think all hair is good. And the way I classify a natural person, people, oh, your hair is relaxed, you're not natural. Look, if it's growing out of your head, if the hair is growing out of your head from your scalp area, you have natural hair. That's how I view it. You are natural. Whether you perm it, whether you put gel in it or hairspray in it, if the hair that you have on your head has been growing out of the root of your scalp, then you have natural hair. If you're wearing a wig or a weave, then you are not natural because you're wearing hair that God didn't give you. That's just how I see things. You know what I'm saying? People just get caught up in stupid stuff about this, that, and the other. I don't have that issue because I grew up with my mama telling me I was beautiful, like embedding that into my being and in my soul. So I love my skin color. I love being dark skin or whatever, brown skin. I love it, you know. And if I was light skinned, I would love being light skinned too. Like, really, it's not a big deal to me. I just love being who I am. I don't have that kind of complex where people just, and I think it's how you grow up too. Because if you grow up because I've had friends, I had two friends actually, and one was biracial, her mom was white and her dad was black. And I always felt like she was just overdoing it, trying to be down, I guess, like speaking like super like slangful words and stuff. And she just sounded stupid and ridiculous. And just being like extra to try to prove her blackness or whatever. By the way she was speaking, I'm just like, why are you talking like that? Yeah, I'm like, stop talking like that. You sound stupid. You know, because, and then I had the other one who was the darkest person in her family. She was my complexion, and all of her siblings were of lighter hue. And so she had this complex. And so all she would talk about is, oh, she's gonna marry somebody that's mixed because she don't want her child, she want her child to have good hair and light skin. I'm just like, what the hell? Child, I can't wait to have children, honey, because I'm gonna teach them how just love yourself. No matter what you come out looking like, just love you. Don't let nobody tell you that you have good hair, bad hair. Everything about you is the bomb diggity, honey. And I know they're probably like, why are you talking about that? I said, because look, I'm doing my hair stuff, so I don't want to be just silent. And so I want y'all, I just put in my 2 cents. You know, y'all know I always have a couple of cents about stuff. You know, I always have a couple of cents, 2 or 3 or 4 cents when it comes to certain issues. And so that's just my take on it. See, you see how that is? I don't know if I can see the texture of it, but yeah, that's how it goes. And so my next video, I'm gonna be talking about hair texture and types. And so you, as I explain it, I guess you can figure out what kind of hair texture you have or whatever. And no hair is bad. No hair is bad. All you have to do is do the research, find out what works best for you as far as regimen is concerned, pamper and take care of your hair. It's just like a plant or a flower. If you water it, it will grow. You know what I'm saying? Or fruit, if you have like a fruit garden, if you water it and give it, you know, some TLC, it'll grow and be beautiful. Same thing with your hair. If you take just a little bit of time out of your day or out of your busy schedule to pamper and nurture your hair, it will grow. And that's just how I feel, you know. See, I know I'm kind of on both sides of the fence because I've had long, pretty hair, especially when I had dreadlocks. I knew what it was like to have hair going down to your behind, you know. And so I know my hair can grow. It's just, I just didn't really give a damn after I cut it all off, my dreads and stuff. And I just didn't care, and so it just didn't grow because I didn't pay no attention to it. I wash it every blue moon, grease it every blue moon. Like, I just didn't really pay no attention. Now that I know better, I'm trying to do better so that I can grow hair, and then when I have my children, I can teach them how to take care of themselves. And that's all. And so that's just pretty much what I'm saying to y'all. I know this is saturated enough, and I'm gonna put on my glasses so I can see what it look like. But yeah, that's all. I'm not trying to be in nobody's community, honey. Whatever I learn, I'm gonna teach it to y'all, and then you figure out what works best for you. And you develop your own little routine, honey. You ain't gotta follow nobody's stuff. And if it works for you, it works for you. If it does not work for you, then you just try something else until it does. This community is just like, you don't have to follow, you know, somebody's regimen. And if you do choose to follow somebody's regimen and it doesn't work for you, then just come up with your own. Try something new. You know, that's how you know stuff works. You just try it out, you know. So, you know, I got to get these cousins, honey. That's what I do. And so, yeah, look at it, y'all. I love it. I love my hair, honey. Nobody can tell me I got bad hair. My hair is just damaged. That's all it is. And it ain't going to be damaged for long. So, that's all it is. Oh, yeah, and I know one of my subbies asked me about, well, she gave me like a suggestion on how to dry my hair. And I think I kind of told her the wrong thing. I didn't tell her the wrong thing, I just wasn't clear. I don't really dry my hair in the towel. It's just that once I get out of the shower, you know, to keep it from, you know, water from dripping all over, I just hold it in the towel to, you know, so the excess water can be absorbed. And then I do my lotion and all kind of stuff like that to myself. And then once that's over and done with, I just take the towel off and let it just air dry. I don't dry my hair in a towel. I just wanted to to rephrase that and correct that. But this is what it is, child. This is what it is. So, and I've seen a lot of reviews on the black Jamaican castor oil, and I know one lady was just going on and on and on about how bad it smelled. And since she kind of like set me up for a stink smell, I purposely didn't stick my nose in the bottle to smell it. I just mixed it in with everything else, and I don't have no kind of stink smell. It's not smelling bad. So for those of you who are afraid of the smell, if you put it on your hair all by itself, then yes, you may get a different reaction. But the castor oil works well when it's mixed with other oils and different things. And so most things are really not great when you do it by itself, when you use it by itself. So, and plus with the apple cider vinegar, everything just blends really well. It makes it a little watery, but that's all right. As you can see, I made a little bit of a mess, but it ain't no biggie. So yeah, this is what it is. And so I'll let y'all see. I don't know if y'all can see it. I hope y'all can see. But yeah, so that's what it is. So I'm gonna go work out, and then I'm gonna come back and we'll do we'll finish out the rest of our routine. So I will see y'all in 45 minutes to an hour. Hey, what's up everybody? I am back, and I had a good workout. Oh Jesus. And I washed my hair. So this is what it looks like. I should have brought my phone in here. So when I work out, I use my silk hair scarf. This is what it looks like, because it has this here band thing. Because when you're working out and everything, you sweat and you don't want, and the product might drain on your face, and you don't want that. So this is what I use. I use my silk night scarf that I go to bed, and I have my hair wrapped up in this when I go to bed with a silk scarf over it. And this is what I use when I work out. This right here. And I washed it, of course, so I'm hanging it on the door to dry. And so I put on my regular shower cap just so that my hair could fall. And it's like almost dry. I don't know if y'all can see. It's still pretty wet, pretty damp. And I didn't want to do what I did last time, which is what I detangled it and then did the video, and it had already dried out, and I ended up having to detangle it again because it wasn't fully detangled. So we're not going to be doing double work in this piece. So this is what it is. And so I'm going to go on ahead and I'm going to apply my leave-in, not my leave-in, but my detangler, which is the 2-in-1 detangler just for me. This is the little kitty detangler, children's detangler. It doesn't have any alcohol in it, for those of you who don't remember and who are joining me for the first time. And I added some of the castor oil, just a little drop or two. Well, it was more than a drop. I just poured a little bit in it. And so I'm going to shake it all up because it's good for your scalp area. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to spray my hair, my whole head with it, because it nourishes the scalp. And again, no odor. I don't know what that lady was talking about. She must have put pure castor oil on her head, just expected it. I don't know what she thought, but I wouldn't put pure nothing on my head. And so when you mix it with other things, it's fine. No odor. And it's straight. And so I'm concentrating on my bald spots and so forth. This is the detangler that I'm using. So yes, this is what it is, honey. Bunches. And I know y'all probably was like, let me put on my glasses because I can't see. Okay. I hope y'all can see. If not, I guess I'll be re-recording it. I'm gonna part it down the middle and detangle it. I'm gonna probably some people probably like, why you was talking about all that stuff in the first half of my video? Well, partially because, you know, when you watch a lot of videos, one video will take you to another video, will take you to another video, and will take you to another video. And while I was doing some research and getting some ideas for my natural hair care journey, watching different videos, you kind of get, you know, you just see a bunch of video responses about this and that and the third. And so I be curious, honey, because I be like, what they talking about, child? Who mad with who? And so that's where I get all that stuff from. And plus it's a good way for y'all to get to know me as well. Because a lot of people, you know, I know y'all don't really know me that well. And so it's a good way for y'all to get to know a little bit about my background. And for those of you who are confused about what I was saying, I didn't grow up in the hood, and I thought I mentioned this before. I grew up in suburbia, okay? Every black person that I knew had a mama and a daddy, and they worked. You know, it was very like a select few of my friends that only had like a single parent, but for the most part, I grew up Seventh-day Adventist, and in that particular denomination, it's very close-knit, kind of like, you know, family-oriented or whatever. So it's like, you know, all of your friends had a mom and a daddy, and, you know, single-family homes, and everybody pretty much, like, you know, grew up well, you know? And so I don't have that experience that some black folks who grew up in the hood and struggled and had to eat government cheese. That's not my story. And I'm not going to play like it's my story. Because everybody has a story and everybody grew up differently. And I'm just one of those people. And so, you know, I acted different. I spoke different. And it was hard for me in school, you know, because my mother was a stickler for speaking properly. She was not into slang at all, honey. Because she was like, you cannot go get a job speaking slang. You know, she taught us that we weren't, you know, better than anybody or anything, but she was like, it's a time and a place for everything. When you're with your friends, you can kick it, talk however you want to talk or whatever, but when you get around folks, you need to speak like you have some sense. So people don't look at you like, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? So that was how it was. You know, so I had a decent childhood. Wasn't without, you know, turmoil and all that. You know, we had our issues, but I always got what I wanted for Christmas. You know, everything I put on my long list, I got it. You know, we lived well. We did well. We went on vacation 3, 4, 5 times a year, you know. So that's just my history, my little backstory. So yeah, sometimes it was hard to relate to the black kids at my school because they didn't come from that. And I was always accused of trying to be this and trying to be that. And I always tell people, look, because I you know, watching a lot of the hair videos, some people get discouraged and say, oh, they feel like they're not getting enough attention than this person or that person for whatever reason, whether they're light-skinned, pretty, or whatever. Some people watch this person's video more. You don't know why people watch certain videos. You don't know why certain people get more traffic than others. If you do YouTube videos with the objective of just trying to get popular and famous and one day get your own TV show, then you're doing it for the wrong reasons and it may not work out well for you. You know what I'm saying? But if you do the videos, you know, trying to help somebody else or just pretty much to educate the public on whatever journey that you're on, then you'll probably be successful, you know, in the end. And so yeah. And also, you know, with the whole debate with people you know, black folks, because we have discrimination for those of my white subscribers who are, you know, don't know, you know, what we go through or whatever. We have a lot of discrimination within our own race. You got some people who don't like people that are dark skinned or have an issue with folks that are dark skinned. You have, you know, the whole light skin versus dark skin, you know, issue. where people just don't like each other, or they're jealous or envious because somebody looks the way that they look. Look at the texture. See how pretty that is? Now I'm gonna go ahead and braid it. Right, and I just think it's all really silly because none of us back in conception time had a choice on what we were going to come out as. God made the choice to say you're going to be light skinned, you're going to be dark skinned, wherever he, we're all made in his image. That's what I believe. If you don't believe in Jesus, then just, just disregard what I just said. But, we were all made, we didn't have a choice. And so for a person to dislike somebody because of the complexion of their skin, that's just like me saying, I don't like you because you arch your eyebrows. Like, what the hell? Or I don't like you, that was a bad analogy. That's just like me saying, I don't like you because you're tall. Like you had a damn choice. You had no damn choice. You did not have a choice whether or not you were short or tall. You just came out the way that you came out. So I just think it's just ignorant and stupid. I think we should all love folks for their character and how they treat you. Now, if you're the kind of person that you're so insecure that you need approval from folks, that's between you and Jesus need to sit down and you need to discuss that and get you some help. Because if a person just want to be my friend because of how I look, that's just crazy. That's just crazy. Even when I was dating, I only had one issue with a guy. I went on a blind date with this guy, and it's so funny. He was like 2 shades darker than I am. And when he saw me, he was like taken aback. And so I kind of noticed him acting funny. And so he was just like, man, we would be great together if you were just a few shades lighter. I'm just looking at him like, what the hell did you say? And I was just like, check please. Where you going, bitch? I'm gone. You stupid. Like, for real? So I don't know. I guess it's all about how you were raised and how your parents treated you and how they taught you about, yourself or whatever. You grew up hating yourself, then I don't know what to tell you. But, yeah, if you got to be a certain shade of color, for a person to like you, date you, marry you, child, please, you be better off all alone, all by yourself. People are just so caught up in stupidness. You ain't got to worry about me. You like me, you like me. The way I am, I guess personality-wise, people either love me or they can't stand me or they just, I don't know. They either love me or they don't like me. I'm not an in-between type person too much. There are probably some people that are in between, because I'm super confident. And with my interracial friend, she used to be like, she never used to understand, like, why I wasn't jealous of her. Like, she used to get so much, because she was light-skinned, very, very pretty. And she's one of those people where you would notice her when she walked into a room. And she was just like, why, you just not? And I said, because I love me more than I like you. Like, you look the way that you look. Okay, great. I'm happy for you. But I love me. And so what is it benefiting me to hate on you? It's not benefiting me to hate on you. I don't hate on nobody. I like to give people props. If you got a nice shape, you working your outfit or whatever, I would give you your props. But black women, just a bunch of haterades. Like, I've had people, you walk into a room, they look at you like, and then they start this, oh, you think you're all that. Whenever a person says that to you, let me just break it on down. If a person says you think you're all that, or you think you this, you think you're that, how do you know what a person thinks? You're not in their brain. To me, what that translates is that's what you think. That's what you think. You looked at them and you was hating on whatever they look like or whatever, so that's what you say. Give people their damn props. God will bless you when you bless other people. You ain't got to hate on nobody. If a person is pretty, say that they're pretty. Or they're beautiful or whatever. Don't be like, oh, you look, you're pretty for a dark-skinned girl. Like, what the hell? You're pretty because you're pretty. Look at that, y'all. It's pretty. I hope y'all can see it. I'm just talking away. I like to talk, if y'all haven't noticed. I love to talk. So, but yeah. Hell nobody. I remember when I was in school, when I was in college, and I had my dreadlocks and I had my hair in the updo style. And I don't wear makeup. I just don't wear makeup because it just irritates the hell out of me. It just feels like I have on a mask. And so I'm very particular about my face. I'm a tad bit vain when it comes to me, you know. Well, face and everything. Ask my husband, he's like, you always in the mirror. Get out the mirror. I'm always looking at myself. Because I just like me. You see how that puffs up? And this lady came up to me and she was just like, you're so pretty. And I was just like shocked. Because most of the time black folks don't come up to you and compliment you. They really don't. They don't go out of their way to compliment you. They just like, you know what I'm saying? Which I think is just sad. I've never had a white person or a person of any other ethnicity treat me sideways. I've always had black folks, black women look at me crazy. And that's sad. That is so crazy. You need to get like, and that's all about insecurity. You know, because I used to work with a girl who, in my opinion, I didn't think that she was like classically pretty, but she put herself together very well. She always wore like, she was like full makeup, like she was a MAC face, you know, full makeup. She always had a nice weave. Her clothes matched. Like she always wore the latest styles and name brands and stuff. And people used to sweat her and just like fall all over themselves behind her. And I remember one day she told me like her testimony of some stuff that she was going through, you know, and it kind of made me think to myself like she had been in jail because of her boyfriend abused her child and they put her in jail because she was, you know, like it was like crazy stuff she was going through. See, just a little bit of hair, not that much. Anyway, and you know what that taught me? It taught me that it taught me never to be envious or jealous of anybody, because you don't know what they had to do to get what they have, and you don't know what they're doing to keep what they have. And so when you look at a person with nice clothes, a nice car, or whatever, like surface type stuff, you know, don't hate on them, because you don't know. You don't know if they dropping it like it's hot late in the midnight hour, standing on the corner getting it, or getting the shit knocked out of them by their husband, you know, just to keep up a lot, you know, and they staying with them just to keep. You don't know a person's story. And so she used to always be like, you always so nice to me, you never look at me crazy. I said, for what? I said, you never know a person's story. You never know. You know, and what is the purpose of me hating on you because you look the way that you look? I think I'm pretty too. And I wouldn't want nobody treat me crazy because they think I'm pretty and I'm just going to treat you crazy because I don't want you to think, I don't want you to get a big head. Honey, look, my head is already big. I have a huge ego. And that's just true. I'm real into myself, you know. That's why I'm trying to work out, honey, so I can get my shape back, baby. I'm working out, baby, so I can get my shape back, you know. And even now, you know, me being heavy or whatever, it's a humbling experience. Because I used to be right tight and on point, you know, and the weight just snuck up on me. I thought I could just eat what I want, honey. And I dress up my little self, and until I can, you know, do better or whatever, I keep myself together. And so that's why I'm embarking on all these journeys. But I don't hate on nobody because of how they look. And I think we as black women, you know, or women in general, really should just give each other props and just stop all this foolishness. Because it's just so dumb. It's so dumb. It's really dumb. And it's just not, my leave-in conditioner. You know, and it's not productive, you know. And that kind of foolishness translates to your children when you act like that, you know. Because then they grow up with complexes, and I think a lot of people with issues with their skin color or whatever the case may be, issues with color, it comes from childhood, you know. And so it's really, really serious. Some people are like, but I didn't grow up like that. My parents loved me unconditionally. You know, I don't have that issue. I didn't grow up with that issue. And I don't allow anybody else to embed negativity like that. You know, because when you do YouTube videos or whether you expose yourself publicly, you pretty much open the door for criticism. And just like I said before, delete, block, and keep it moving. If a person don't like me, it's nothing that I can say or do to make you like me. And I know that, so why give a damn? Let me tell you, my dad is funny because my dad's motto in life is, I don't give a shit. Whenever somebody pisses my dad off or some, because he's the head of his department where he works, and he's just like, I tell them what to do, and if they don't like me, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. That's his thing. He just don't care, and that's how you live a long time. No ulcers, no heart attacks, no nothing. And that's why I'm so healthy, honey, because I say what I have to say and I move on. You know, I don't hold grudges and be mad with folks and stuff like that. I say what I have to say and I keep it moving. You see how I did that? I know I'm talking while I'm doing this, but I don't want to be like completely silent and just not saying nothing, just doing this. And I don't know how to insert music yet. This whole YouTube thing is a learning experience. So this is what it looks like. My hair is still super damp because of the detangler and everything, so it's gonna dry and be nice or whatever. And then I'm just gonna let it air dry. And for those who don't know, this will not dry, it won't stay white, it dries clear. So yeah, this is my co-wash routine, and that's it. So next time we will discuss hair texture and how to, what your hair or whatever, what texture or what category your hair falls in. That will be our next vlog for our hair care. So y'all stay tuned. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, or an opinion of, you know, the stuff I was talking about, y'all, if you care. If you don't care, then don't worry about it. But if you have an opinion, you know, let me know down below. And I will see you guys next time for Shantika's Natural Hair Grow Out Journey. And I hope you have a good rest of the week. Peace and hair grease. Over and out. Bye.